Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Milestone Circles information session. My name is Cammie Taylor, and I am the director of the U.S. Small, Medium, and Business Entrepreneurial Programs and head of volunteerism at the Nasdaq Entrepreneurial Center. For those of you who may not know, the Nasdaq Center is a nonprofit improving access and knowledge in entrepreneurship to advance economic progress for all. As you'll see in the chat in just a moment, the Nasdaq Center provides programs, resources, and exceptional mentorship to help entrepreneurs fuel prosperity, no matter where their journey begins. Be sure to check out the links and resources shared in the chat. I am going to launch a few polls to step back and take a temperature gauge on how all of you are doing today. We use this information to guide the programs we provide for this global community of entrepreneurs. If there are specific topics or challenges you'd like us to create resources for, feel free to share them in the chat. Just a couple of quick housekeeping notes before we get started. First, let us know where you are dialing in from by dropping it in the chat. We would love to see where everyone is joining us during our time together today. Second, we'll have live Q&A at the end of the event, so feel free to submit your questions at any time using the Q&A function at the bottom of your screen, and we'll do our best to get to as many as we can. While you are answering, I'd like to take a moment to recognize the incredible support of our corporate partners. The work we do at the center wouldn't be possible without the generosity and belief of our partners and funders, including Nasdaq, Wells Fargo, JP Morgan Chase, KPMG, Walmart, the Asia Innovation Hub, Wilson Sonsini, the Nareed Foundation, the Global Innovation Institute, KKR, and BPM. We are deeply grateful for their partnership, and we hope you'll join us in sharing that appreciation. Now, let's take a look at these polls. What is keeping you up at night? Is it finance, sales, marketing, scale, pivot, team, or figuring out how do you survive? What is keeping you up at night? All right, so it looks like finance is coming up for many of us, and then sales, scale, marketing, surviving, pivot, and team. All right. Well, without any further delay, let's get into our info session. We are here to talk about Milestone Circles, and I have an exciting event planned with a few special guests and friends of the Milestone Circles program that you'll get a chance to meet in a moment. But first, let me talk just a little bit about the Milestone Circles program and what it entails. Milestone Circles is a 12-week immersive programming experience that is designed to help founders accelerate their leadership and achieve significant strategic company growth. Over the course of 12 weeks, we help founders clarify and define their critical growth goals, accelerate their company's growth velocity, and increase and capture opportunity recognition. The Milestone Circles program serves entrepreneurs from all across the country. Since 2021, we have supported over 8,000 founders. The Milestone Circles program begins with an onboarding experience where our founders focus in on their values, why, and vision. And then each participant identify a 12-week milestone based on a critical business need. Following onboarding, that is where the milestone journey begins. Participants participate in live classes, accountability meetings, and weekly asynchronous connections to support them in accomplishing their milestone. During these next 12 weeks, they are also able to connect and commune with each other. What makes the Milestone Circles program unique is our dynamic group of founders that are committed to supporting each other. That also includes our peer-led support and mentorship, which is our cornerstone mentors, those who have decided to pay it forward to support the next wave of entrepreneurs after graduation. Speaking of graduation, after the end of 12 weeks, our participants graduate in a virtual graduation celebration where they share their milestone accomplishments, their next milestone, and commitment to pay this experience forward. Applications are open for the Milestone Circles program, and we encourage you when you apply to share availability dates for April and May, and we look forward to getting you placed. After you have applied to the program, you should be able to hear from us within about 24 to 48 hours. All right, so we are going to answer any questions that you may have towards the end of our time. But before we do, it is my pleasure to introduce to you Michelle Laura White, who is the Women's Business Development Manager at the Illinois Department of Commerce and Economic Opportunities, as well as the Office of Economic Equity and Empowerment. Hello, Michelle.
Hello, Cami. Thank you so much. And happy National Women's Her Story Month. As the state of Illinois Department of Commerce and Economic Opportunity, or DCEO for short, is Illinois' economic arm. DCEO's Office of Economic Equity or Empowerment, or OE3 for short, which is a statewide office led by Deputy Director Rebecca Estrada, and which includes my OE3 colleagues like Deanna Alfaro and Markel Tolliver. Our statewide team advocates for equitable economic opportunities across the state of Illinois for women, minorities, veteran-owned businesses, businesses owned by persons with disabilities, eligible not-for-profit corporations, and other underserved communities. Through targeted programs, resources, and outreach and promotional activities, such as DCEO's National Women's Her Story Month events, which are being led this month by myself along with my DCEO colleague, Kayla Lambert, OE3 aims to create an inclusive and strong business ecosystem in Illinois for communities that have traditionally faced systemic barriers to entry and growth. OE3's work has been recognized, such as by the Nasdaq Entrepreneurial Center in their 2024 report, as they and their research collaborators listed us as one of the 7 equity innovation leaders in the U.S., which is a recognition we greatly appreciate. As I'm the state of Illinois strategist of the Women's Entrepreneurial Ecosystem through my role as the Women's Business Development Manager, I support women-owned businesses, which makes up about 43% of all the businesses in Illinois. I also support future female entrepreneurs, cross-sector stakeholders throughout Illinois who assist business owners, and all the great organizations who are part of the Illinois Women's Business Collective. With being an in-house entrepreneur myself, I help identify strategic collaborations and tools to leverage in advancing Illinois business owners, and particularly women entrepreneurs. One of those great tools is the Milestone Circles program, which is especially useful for Illinois business owners who don't have the bandwidth to travel for in-person programs or who are based in smaller, underrepresented communities with limited business resources, like the farm village I grew up in Illinois. For these and many other factors, such as business owners' limited social capital, is why the state of Illinois, through the Illinois Women's Business Collective, which is powered by DCEO's Office of OE3, why we continue to be grateful for our collaboration with the Nasdaq Entrepreneurial Center in presenting these free resources to Illinois entrepreneurs, especially women entrepreneurs. As we're all in this together and supporting and advancing business owners, especially women entrepreneurs, just not here in Illinois, but across the nation and abroad. And as we help these business owners reach their full economic potential, I really thank you for this opportunity to be with all of you today and for all of you joining. Thanks, Cami.
Thank you so much, Michelle. All right. Well, at this time, I am going to introduce to you a couple of our circle friends. Joining us today, please give a warm welcome to Dr. Tremaine Butler DeLong, who is the founder and CEO at Logic LLC, and she's also a Milestone Circles graduate of Circle 464, as well as a Cornerstone mentor, paying it forward. Hello, Dr. Tremaine. Also joining me is Lynette Correa Velez. She is the founder and CEO of Pagame Project and a Milestone Circles graduate of Circle 418, as well as a Cornerstone mentor. Hello, Lynette.
Hi, Cami. Thank you for having me.
Wonderful. Thank you for being here. All right, so let's get started with a couple of introductions. Tell us a little bit about you and your business. Dr. Tremaine, let's start with you.
Sure. So, thank you so much again for having me. I'm excited to be here today. So, Dr. Tremaine Butler DeLong, founder and CEO of Anthrospologic LLC. And we are a holistic health and wellness company and brand that develops science based wellness solutions to help people feel better inside and out and to get healthier. And we started with a clean skincare line. So we do that in three different ways. We have a clean skincare line that is 100% natural. And it's sustainable based on what different cultures around the world have used traditionally on their skin. And we also have a digital wellness program, a metabolic renewal wellness program that we launched to help people reach their wellness goals holistically. And finally, we offer consulting to organizations who want to start wellness initiatives. And just a little brief moment or a little bit about myself. I'm a cultural anthropologist as my background and also a Mayo Clinic certified wellness coach. So I used my background in anthropology to develop the skincare line and looked at what different cultures around the world have been using traditionally on their skin.
Thank you for sharing. Lynette.
Thank you, Cami, and the Nasdaq team for the invitation to collaborate this today, wherever this morning, this afternoon, where we're at in the world. My name is Lynette Correa Velez. I'm the AI tech mompreneur and founder and CEO of the Pagame Project. Pagame in Spanish, literal translation means pay me. And we are a generative AI and human mediated economic mobility platform that thinks deeply about the future of work and seeks to close the women's wage gap globally through our generative AI career coach maternal agent named Rita AI in collaboration with our executive and career coaches. So if there's any executive and career coaches out there, please reach out to me. My background, I'm a trained career coach with over 20 years of professional experience, and I'm a practitioner scholar in this space. And I saw my mother be underpaid and overworked my whole life until she became an ancestor in November of 22. Her name was Rita, Lisette Correa Valentin. So I named our AI after her. And research shows that the women's wage gap is set to close in the year 2147, and we're looking to change that 150 years beforehand. So happy to share more information. Back to you.
You. All right. So we just have a few questions for you. And anyone that's joining us, please feel free to put your questions inside of the chat. Well, not the chat, I'm sorry, in the Q&A function. And after we have this short conversation, we'll be pulling your questions from the Q&A function box at the bottom of your screen. All right. So first, tell us, why did you join Milestone Circles? Why did you join Milestone Circles? Let's start with you, Dr. Tremaine, and then we'll go over to Lynette.
Sure. I felt like Milestone Circles was a perfect opportunity for me to really look at a strategic goal that I wanted to set for my business and to think about that in a very organized way. And so that was a perfect opportunity for me to really hone in and focus on looking at a particular goal that I wanted to achieve and to think about that in a strategic way. And so the Milestone Circles program provided the support to do that and the structure around that, which I think was invaluable.
Awesome. Thank you. Lynette.
So I learned about the Milestone Circles program at the most perfect time professionally. Anyone knows, or if you didn't know, 2% of venture capital funding goes to entrepreneurs that are female identified and or of color. And it's a very lonely road to be a tech founder. And once I learned about the Milestone Circles program, I learned that it was cohort based. I learned that there was going to be peer-to-peer mentoring. And that was something that I really needed at that time. So I really appreciate my cohort as well for 18.
Ah, All right, next question. What were some of the main challenges before joining Milestone Circles, and how did the program help you to move forward with confidence? Dr. Tremaine, and then we'll go to Lynette. So what were some of the main challenges that you experienced before joining the program, and how did it help you to move forward with confidence?
I think one of the main challenges was really clarifying my focus. I feel like there are a lot of different things that I was thinking about that I wanted to do for my business. And the Milestone Circles program was really instrumental in developing not only the vision, but the focus for the attention on that specific thing that I wanted to achieve. And so I really appreciated the way that it also helped me to align my vision and my goals with my values. I think that was a really unique aspect of the experience because it, as a mission driven and social impact organization, I think it's important to align your values with the goals of the actual business. And I think that the Milestone Circles program did an excellent job of doing that.
Thank you. Annette?
So my cohort mates were my amazing accountability partners. So if you know anything about being a solopreneur in any industry, sometimes you can put certain things on the priority list at the bottom. And my cohort mates were very, very good about questioning me and keeping me accountable to my goals. And vice versa, I was able to be there for my cohort mates in a timely manner. That all boats are lifted by the tide, or however the cliche goes. Cami or Dr. Tremaine, please help me with that cliche. But it was really an outstanding way to keep me accountable to my goals, achieve those goals, and overcome any barriers that I was experiencing at the time with support.
Awesome. Yeah, one of the things, as I shared earlier, is our peer community. And so being able to connect with someone who may be in a similar business stage as you, or maybe not, but being able to lean on each other for support, the accountability support, as you shared, it's entrepreneurship is a lonely road. And sometimes you feel like it's if you're in a silo and others don't understand, but it's so nice where you have a peer of group of supporters that are there helping you to move forward. Both of you have supported as cornerstone mentors. And so I am really curious though, and I'd like, why did you decide to pay it forward to support entrepreneurs? So whichever one of you want to go to take that one.
For me, I have in general an attitude of gratitude, and I was just so grateful for the experience that it was a no-brainer for me to apply and register and thankfully be accepted to be a mentor. And again, being able to support others while it's almost like reverse mentoring, even while others are able to support me in my goals, has been really influential and really just an outstanding experience thus far.
I love that reverse mentoring. Dr. Tremaine?
Yeah, I think that was another thing that I thought about in terms of paying it forward. It was sort of natural for me to want to be a mentor as I saw the help that I received from the mentor in our program. And I think that that was really wonderful to see someone who had been through the program and was able to give us advice based on that. And also, just me as someone who's an educator coming from that background, it was great to be able to share my experiences with someone and to help other entrepreneurs really shape their businesses and their journeys. And so that's been very rewarding just to see how other entrepreneurs are benefiting from that.
All right, well, we have one more question before we head to Q&A. If you have any questions for us, either myself or Michelle, Lynette, or Dr. Tremaine, let us know inside of the chat. Well, keep saying the chat, y'all. Let us know in the Q&A function. Please don't put it in the chat. Put it in the Q&A function so we don't miss it at the bottom of your screen, and we'll happy to take that. All right, here's my last question for you all. What is one breakthrough moment from your journey that shifted how you think or operate as a founder today?
Yeah, I can jump in this one. That I am enough,
Hmm.
right? That I am enough. And I'll tell you all, I'm a highly educated. My doctoral training's in DEI and education from the University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign, 21 awards and honors, and I still needed that like pause from my cohort mates to say to me, Lynette, you can do this, right? It's very, very scary as a non-tech professional to start a tech company in a field that is not the most welcoming, right, to women, tech entrepreneurs, and especially women of color, and especially moms of color, right? And so they gave me the courage to really move forward. They gave me the confidence to, put one foot in front of the other. And the other aspect I'll share, which I haven't had a chance to say as of yet, NASDAQ also provides access, right? Access to resources, access to opportunities. And NASDAQ is everywhere. And I ended up pitching to a group of people in Boston, Massachusetts, at an event, and there was one of the NASDAQ leaders there. So that was also one of the things that, to answer your question and your previous questions, was really intriguing for me.
Thank you, Lynette. Dr. Tremaine, what about you? What was that one breakthrough moment from your journey that shifted how you think or operate as a founder?
Yeah, I think the breakthrough moment was thinking about how I could go from thinking about everything at once, because as founders, sometimes we have a lot of things on our plates and we're thinking about how we can achieve all of these different goals, and thinking more strategically and coming up with a plan for one particular thing that I wanted to do to advance my business, and having the support around that, I think, was invaluable. So I think it can be overwhelming when we have all of these different goals to achieve, and then focusing on achieving that one specific goal can be very rewarding, especially at the end of that 12 weeks when you see that you've accomplished that milestone, instead of sort of just shelving it as another thing that you have to do. So I really appreciated being able to go on that journey with other founders in the cohort and to receive that mentorship to bring that goal to fruition.
So thank you. All right. Well, let's go ahead and answer questions from our community. So go ahead and put those questions for us inside of the Q&A function at the bottom of your screen. And while you all are doing that, I would love if you are joining us to just tell us, who do we have here? Have you applied to the Milestone Circles program already? I always like to say, have you applied? So yes, I've applied, or not yet, I will be applying. So it's yes, I have already applied, or will be soon. So tell us inside of the chat where you are as far as your application to the Milestone Circles program. Yes, starting tomorrow. April understands the assignment. Yes. I applied, been accepted, already applied. Awesome. Fantastic. Can't wait to see you in the circle. Oh, starting in April, meaning that you've already received your note. Yes. Okay. So a question just came up. It says, I will be applying. My question is whether I have to be a resident of Illinois, and you do not. If you are in Illinois, we encourage you though to go ahead and apply and to come in, select March and April dates to come in through the Milestone Circles program. But no, you do not. Milestone Circles is open to everyone inside of the United States. All right. Other questions, put it in the Q&A function at the bottom of your screen. Yeah, while we are waiting for more questions to come up, so one of the things that occurs during the 12 weeks, I talked about your milestone journey. And so during that milestone journey, we have opportunities for you to come to live classes. And so just as we are in this webinar today, we have live classes at the center that occur each and every week. And on top of those classes occurring each and every week, but we take your milestones that you're going to share with us into account to help us to also design future classes. So don't be surprised as you are going through the program and you're like, oh my gosh, that class that is coming up, that is my milestone. All of that is by design. We are working to help you when you're coming through this program to align resources and to align support to support you inside of your need. Another question is coming up. I have 2 other business partners. Can they join the program under my acceptance? So I encourage you to tell them to also apply separately. And then please reach out to us so that we can connect you all if you all want to start at the same time. So we'll put the information in the chat, circles@thecenter.org. I will put that inside of the chat. circles@thecenter.org. And so please send us an email once they have applied, give us their names, and our program assistant will be able to connect you all. I have another question saying that I applied and received acceptance. An email, pick a start date, which I thought, please email us at circles@thecenter.nasdaq.org so that we can check that out for you, please. Sheree, thank you. Oh yes, Kim, yes, you applied, haven't received your date, same thing. Send us an email so we can check it out for you. Oh, where are the in-person locations? So Milestone Circles is 100% virtual. And so don't need to worry about having to come in person now. I will say that Chicago, I don't know Lynette and Dr. Tremaine, but there is a group in Chicago that has actually gotten together to connect. And we encourage that as you are meeting other entrepreneurs inside of your community, because as I share, we have over 8,000 founders. And as you are meeting other entrepreneurs, yes, we encourage you to have like ad hoc meetups. But Lynette, Dr. Tremaine, were you ever able to meet anyone that was inside of the Milestone Circles program in person?
I have not personally been able to connect, but I think that that's a fantastic idea to, organize those types of meetups. And I just want to say too that I think the NASDAQ did an excellent job of providing all of these resources, like the toolkits I wanted to mention, which really helped me to refine my process. And so I think, but yeah, I have not had the opportunity to meet up with anyone, but I think that if Chicago is organizing a meetup, I would love to learn about it.
Yeah, so there were 2 times that I was able to meet a handful of my cohort mates. Number one, last year, Cammie, you and your team had your celebration last summer. And so I was able to attend in person in Chicago and met some of my cohort mates live. So that was really amazing. And then from that, one of my cohort mates was able to be a table vendor and sell some of her products at my inaugural creator event for Pagame Project. And so that was really, really outstanding support. So I hope we continue it and encourage others to think about it.
Awesome. Yeah. Throughout the year, the Nasdaq Entrepreneurial Center, we sometimes have in-person opportunities. So whether it is our yearly summit or sometimes some other, smaller group opportunities where we'll invite local entrepreneurs to kind of show up and to connect. But the actual 12-week program is 100% virtual. All right, so a couple of more questions coming through. Okay, are we assigned mentors one-on-one or our mentors are assigned in the general cohort? Great question. So Milestone Circles has the privilege to have over 200 cornerstone mentors to support our entrepreneurs in our program. Depending on your business, the type of work that you're doing, the business stage determines whether or not you're inside of a cohort that has a cornerstone mentor throughout the 12-week experience, or you may just connect with our one of our 200 cornerstone mentors that you'll have an opportunity to be introduced to. And you'll be able to schedule these conversations on your own. We also have a platform called Mentor Makers. This is a place where we have subject matter experts. We also have some cornerstone mentors there as well that are supporting founders with the tactical aspects of their milestone. Tactical aspects of their business. As you are part of the Milestone Circles program, then absolutely this is a great resource to pull on for the work of your milestone. What are some of the goals that businesses have achieved as a part of participating in Milestone Circles? Hey, Lynette and Dr. Tremaine, would you share like what you worked on as a result of achieving as a part of the Milestone Circles program? What did you accomplish?
Sure. So the goal that we set, the milestone, was to actually work on an app that we had been developing. So we had an idea to sort of move our platform, which is a holistic health and wellness platform, into app form. And we had the privilege to work with and partner with a team that's actually was working out of India. So to have some global partnerships with another team to develop this app. So throughout the Milestone Circles program, we actually worked on developing strategically the different aspects of that app so that we could get to launching it in beta form. And so happily, we were able to do that within the 12 weeks and to get our app to the point where we could actually launch it in the App Store soon. And so that was the milestone that we worked on.
Awesome.
Similarly, my goal was to launch Pod God My Project as a brand and as a company during Tech Chicago Week. And I was able to do that with the love and support of my cohort mates, where I mentioned I was able to collaborate with one of my cohort mates to be an in-person table vendor. And it was almost like a socio-professional event that was really great. It was by women for women. And we were one of 6 out of maybe 250 events that were happening during that week throughout Chicago that were focused to supporting women. So really, really proud of that, and was able to launch so successfully that the participants wanted it again. So we did it again in the fall. So it was really great.
Awesome. A question about the application. Yes, we are rolling applications. Someone also asked, I think a question was answered, if it's free. Absolutely free. Everything at the center is 100% free. The Milestone Circles program is made possible thanks to the generosity of Wells Fargo. Applications are rolling, but I will say that we just have a few more months in this program year. So I encourage you to apply today, so we can get you scheduled. We have onboardings that occur every single week. And so there's, over the next several weeks, you'll be able to select dates that, timeframes that work best for you. Here's a question for Lynette and Dr. Tremaine. What do you wish you had taken advantage of from the program that you did not, or what do you wish the cohort program had included?
Yeah, I can jump in this one. So one of the things I learned through the live sessions was sales, marketing, and sales. And I was like, oh my gosh, yeah, that makes total sense, right? We're here to make profit, not just passion. And so one thing I did not take advantage of that I will be taking advantage of are the SMEs, the subject matter expert mentors, within marketing and sales. Because I'm a trained career coach. I can career coach, an Eskimo to build an igloo. But I'm not a sales expert per se. So that's something I wish I could have taken advantage more during the program, but excited that NASDAQ supports alumni. So looking forward to that.
And I agree with Lynette. That was one of the things that I wanted to take more advantage of is the Mentor Makers platform and connecting more with mentors and subject matter experts in different areas to sort of strengthen and bolster my knowledge in those areas. And I'm also planning on building an advisory board. And so one of my goals is, since we still have access to Mentor Makers, is to connect with some of those mentors and use those resources and to network with those individuals as potential advisory board members. And so that's definitely something that I still plan to take advantage of. And it's a great thing about being an alumna of the program, because you still have access to some of these resources.
Yes. All right. Another question. This is a great question. What are some of the topics or lessons addressed in the course? Are the group based on stages you are in your business? Okay. So when you go through onboarding, you identify your milestone. Your milestone is what all of your attention and is going to be directed to, that is going to be driving you over the course of the next 12 weeks. You are also driving this vehicle. I have like a whole thing that I talk about, being in the car and driving and getting to the top of the mountain and all of the things. But know that you are driving this vehicle. And so when you think about, as the Circle Friends has told us about what they were able to accomplish, in order for them to accomplish, there are things that they needed to learn along the way, people they needed to connect with, expertise, knowledge, maybe accountability support. And so you schedule that on your own. And so we have a weekly schedule of activities. We have platforms, we have resources. We have workbooks and toolkits. I know Dr. Tremaine mentioned about our workbooks and toolkits as they align. But one of the first things that you're going to do is, after you have identified your milestone, is that you are going to create a plan to get your milestone accomplished. And that is the plan that you're going to implement to project manage that milestone over the course of 12 weeks. And again, we are here to support you. So you're never by yourself, never by yourself. Our team, our mentors, your fellow peers, we're all here to support you on your journey. All right. How many cohort groups are remaining for 2026? It's the program year. So right now we are inside of our 25-26 program year, and our currently release dates, we have dates right now that are open through May. Depending on the space that's left, determines whether or not we open more dates. So again, fills up fast. I think I just placed about 100 and some people this morning. So yes, so like I said, have you already applied, or are you applying today? That's the question of the moment. All right, let's see what else we have. Let's see, avenues. After this is milestone program, are there avenues? So a couple of questions. Have you had clean energy businesses participate in the program? Yes, we have. One of the things that I did not mention that's really important is that I talk about that 8,000, I talk about our community, but we use Mighty Networks. It is where all of our founders are located. And so what makes this amazing is that it's almost like your own personal contact list or Rolodex, I'm aging myself, that you can use. And it's an app that's available to you. So could you imagine if you're trying to find people who has expertise in clean energy, or someone is asking a question about, anyone who has funds, needs sponsorship for businesses or projects, and you want to connect with a founder who may have achieved any of these things, or maybe aligned with you, or maybe in the same city as you, you can put in those keywords and everyone who aligns will show up. And there you can, start making those connections. And so it is amazing. I mean, I use it. I have it on my phone, on Mighty Networks, where I can literally go in if I'm looking for, everyone that's in Chicago, everyone in Chicago will be able to show up, and I could just do like a nice little group message and reach out and also learn about those individuals. I cannot tell you how many people who have created, new businesses together, or maybe they're working together. Lynette talked a little bit about it, who are leaning on each other for what's next. Maybe you need to hire someone for your SEO strategy and you have no idea what it is, but someone else has the business. Or maybe you don't want to hire them. Maybe you just want to pick someone's brain. That is what our community is all about. It's about founders supporting founders. All right. Another question coming up here. Are there resources and mentorship available for business fundraising? Yes, yes. Because this program supports so many founders, we have so many diverse founders. There are all kinds of milestones that is being worked on. And how it works is that you're able to connect with others that share the similar challenge that you're facing. You can connect with them. And maybe you don't want to talk to someone who has that similar challenge. You want to talk to someone who has, already, gotten over that hump. And so it allows you to be able to either connect with those founders or even those resources. Again, I talked about the live classes, but one of the things about our classes is that they all end up on our YouTube channel. So if you have not seen our YouTube channel, if you're not watching us on YouTube, I encourage you to go there. We have over 450 classes that are available on our YouTube channel. And so when you have this milestone that you have identified, you can go there and you can add as a part of your journey, your 12-week journey, the type of resources and support and connections that you need to pull down on. And one of those things may very well be the classes that's going to help you get to your next level. All right. Ooh, here's a great question. How do we decide whether to apply for Milestone Circles or Milestone Makers? Okay, so Milestone Circles supports U.S. based businesses. We have onboardings that occur each and every week in an 8,000 plus community. Milestone Makers supports our global businesses. And it is also thematic. And so you may see those particular founders. There may be, someone just said clean energy, for example. It could be clean energy for that particular quarter. It could be, I don't know, environmental something, I don't know. And so they are thematic, and it is once a quarter, and it is for global founders. So it's a little bit different size as well. All right. What else? Avenues, already answered that question. What are some topics or lessons? While you all are coming through, I know we have about 15 minutes left. One of the things that I did not talk about was our workbooks and toolkits. The center conducts research on how we can support entrepreneurs. And so we have workbooks and toolkits to support the journey. When you're inside of the Milestone Circles program, we have a Milestone Circles toolkit, to the points that were made earlier, that when you think about, helps you go through a facilitated opportunity to think about your values, your vision as an entrepreneur, your deeper why, and of course, identify that 12-week milestone. But we have our entrepreneur pitch toolkit, which is an amazing toolkit that if you're trying to thinking about your external initial dialogue and, getting ready for your an investor pitch, or even just trying to get your talking points together just to talk about your business to others. That is a great toolkit to check on. There's another toolkit that is helping founders to be able to pay themselves fairly. And then we also have a capital pathways. So if you're not unsure about what type of capital is best for your business, that is a great toolkit also to check out. All right.
Amy, there's a question about how many individuals, business owners are in a cohort.
Oh, great question. So it's about 12 to 15 inside of a cohort. Now, let me say this. Although your cohort may have about 12 or so, 12 to 15, you're also in a group. And so you're onboarded together inside of a group. So you're not limited to just who is in your cohort. You'll have access to everyone who onboarded with you. So if you need to kind of zoom out, if you will, to connect with others, maybe others that you may have met in onboarding, you're absolutely welcome to do that as well. All right. These are great questions. What else do we have here? I've been in my first cohort meeting. Instead, so while I'm reading those, Lynette and Dr. Tremaine, I'm curious about what are y'all working on right now? So you've been a little bit out of the cohort, but tell us about what's going on in your business today. What does life look like for you?
Yeah, so I'm definitely working on a few different projects. One of the things that we've been focused a lot on is partnerships with organizations that want to start wellness initiatives and doing events and workshops. So one of the things that we do is we do consulting with organizations that want to start wellness initiatives. So I've worked a lot with the University of Illinois, the College of Medicine there. I have colleagues who are deans there, and we actually work together on developing a youth wellness initiative where we develop curriculum to train youth as community health workers. I was involved in a project, leading a project to create wellness centers to put in CPS schools. And so one of the things that we're currently working on, my colleague and I, are on a cookbook that focuses on food as medicine. And so we're looking at how we can incorporate nutrition into promoting a healthier lifestyle and looking at some of the foods that were used traditionally and brought up from the South during the Black migration. And so that's what I'm currently working on. That's currently being considered with the University of Illinois Press. And we are also in the process of looking at partnerships for our clean skincare line. So we're looking for retail partnerships. That's actually available through our website right now. And we have launched our Healthier Body Wellness Academy, as mentioned, which helps people to get fit and reach their wellness goals using holistic methods. So we're right now recruiting people to participate in that program. And that's an online program people can join via a subscription. And we really help to coach them to reach those wellness goals, get more energy, and boost their metabolism. It's specifically aimed towards people over 40 who may be looking for resources to improve their wellness without any necessary medications or using holistic methods.
Awesome. Exciting.
And that sounds amazing. Dr. Tremaine, I'd love to chat with you offline.
Thank you.
So 2 things we're working on right now. I just applied to the Women FinTech Accelerator at 1871 Chicago. And so really crossing my fingers to participate in that, since they collaborate with BMO. And as an economic mobility platform, I really hope there's an opportunity to take advantage of their resources. So prayer request, positive thought request, whatever you believe in, y'all, just send it my way. And then the second thing we're doing, as an organization that is founded by women for women, we're having a Women's History Month promotion where any woman in the US can contact me via LinkedIn. I'm sure my LinkedIn link will be in the chat soon. And do a speed career coaching session, 15 minutes, $30. And so we just started that this month, and it'll end the day after Mother's Day. So because moms deserve to rest on Sunday, Mother's Day. So if you or someone you know is interested, please reach out to me on LinkedIn, and happy to help support your career goals.
Amazing. Y'all have some amazing things happening. All right, we have one more question coming through. I think we have a time. I have one more question, and I will take a last question if anyone has. You can put it in the Q&A function before we move on. This question is there an orientation that introduces us to everyone that joined the same date as we did? Yes. Once you register, Jillian will be, you get an email from Jillian with the start date where you'll be able to connect with everyone inside of your group. So no worries. Once you come to that onboarding, we help and take care of you from there. The other thing too, I also want to note is that we have help desk every single Friday. So if you're ever in the Milestone Circles program and you're like, oh my gosh, it's been a crazy week, I am lost. I haven't been able to do anything related to my milestone this week or whatever it is. It's just one of those weeks, right? We've all had them. We have help desk that's every single Friday between at 12 o'clock Pacific. And so that is the moment that you can come and contact with a member of our team. We also have an executive coach that's available each and every week that can work with you on that milestone to help you stress test that a little bit, just to, kind of, make sure that you're feeling good about it on the right track. We also have these community opportunities, these community events where it's open to everyone to come together and just help you back to that accountability to identify a sprint goal. So sometimes you just need a day and time every single week, and you can come as many times as you want or as little as you want, but just a time is every single Wednesday where everyone is invited to come in, figure out what your sprint goal is so you can be focused and ready to move forward to your next step as you're moving towards getting this milestone accomplished. All right. Well, we're close to the end of our time together. So how many of us have already applied just in the past hour that we have been together? Let's see. Tell us in the chat if you have already applied to the program just during this time that we've been together. Or you're like, no, but as soon as I click end, I will be applying. I'll take that too. I'll take that too. Oh, now listen, I'm going to take this. I don't see anything coming up. Applying now. Okay. See, that's what I was going to say, Tamika. I was going to say, I think the reason why they're not responding is because they're applying right now. And I was right. They're applying right now. They don't have time to talk back to us in the next moment because they're applying right now. I am applying. Yay. Can't wait to see your application come through. I need the link again. No worries. We will get you that link. We will put that link in the chat for you. No worries. Just give us a moment. Our host will put it in the chat. You selected a start date. Fabulous. All right. While they're doing that, any final words, Michelle, Lynette, Dr. Tremaine, that you would like to share to the community?
I just want to say thanks again for this opportunity to join all of you. We're all in this together to advancing, entrepreneurs, not only in Illinois, but across, the nation and abroad. And, on behalf of Illinois, we're really proud of our Illinois women entrepreneurs that are, alumni, thank you, Lynette and Dr. Tremaine, for being here. And, we like to say you're local heroes, in our communities. And, and you're also it's a testament with you giving back to as mentors. And, I was at an event, was it a Friday or two ago, Breaking Barriers hosted by Lake Zurich, and we had some milestone mentors, Karen Haggerty and Lily Well, so again, it's a great community. And for all those stakeholders that, have any questions as you're supporting women business owners or about the milestone, feel free to contact me and I'll share with you, the great tools that Nasdaq Entrepreneurial Center offers.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. And we just put all the contact information in the chat so you can connect with Lynette and Dr. Tremaine and Michelle. You can connect with them. All of their information is in the chat. Really quickly, someone says, oh my goodness, I'm going to be out of the country during those times. No worries. Again, go ahead and apply. And there is a place that you can put these dates are not available, and we'll circle back to you. Okay, if you really, really can't, just go ahead and apply so we can at least be in contact with you all. All right. Well, thank you all so much for being here with us. Thank you for sharing your experiences, your insight, and setting such a great overview on what's to come for so many of us that's here. On behalf of the Nasdaq Entrepreneurial Center and everyone in attendance today, we sincerely thank you all for joining us. We would also love for you all to join us for our upcoming webinars. You can view them in our upcoming events by using the link in the chat. Thank you all so much for joining us today, and we look forward to welcoming you back online with us very soon. Take care.